Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and a little bit of a rant video. So, okay, it's no secret that for a long time before I started using Google Fi, before I started using Visible, before I started using AT&T, I was using Boost Mobile. And crazy enough as it is, I actually used Boost Mobile way back in the day when they had the Chirp well, it's not smartphones, the Chirp phones. God, we're so wrapped up in smartphones that it's like it's become second nature to just call every phone a smartphone. But the Chirp phones, the Chirp action, where you at? I mean, you can kind of mess around with your smartphone and make it do it these days. I mean, they got apps like Tickle. Such a funny name for an app service, but it's a push-to-talk service that relies on LTE to do like two-way walkie-talkie style communication. But anyways, Boost was like very famous for that, right? Like, I remember when I was talking about Boost mobile phones back in the day, and then Boost CDMA was something that I heard about, and I was like, what is Boost CDMA? And Boost CDMA basically is Boost Mobile, just not relying on IDEN. IDEN was the network that Nextel relied on, and Boost Mobile relied on for its Chirp to, push-to-talk features. But IDEN was never really good at data transferring, right? So you couldn't use IDEN to basically, download information or whatever. Hang on. Stopping notifications now because I don't want them. But anyways, yeah. So that's what it would. That's what it would do. That was its thing. Was just for push to talk. Because I remember getting the Moto i1, and that was the first Android smartphone with push to talk on Boost Mobile and Nextel. But in order to utilize the smartphone side of things, you needed to connect to Wi-Fi because IDEN could not even open Facebook and have you run through Facebook. Yeah, so crazy enough as is. And the reason why I'm going down memory lane with Boost Mobile is because I'm not very happy with T-Mobile's its approach. See, if you guys didn't know, T-Mobile and Sprint merged, right? Sprint is a dead company, no longer. Eventually, the name will be phased out. It's in the history books and forgotten time. 15 years from now, someone is going to remember Sprint and the Unlimited Freedom Plan, and people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that was so long ago, and it's going to be very nostalgic. Because Sprint is dead. It's a dead company. So in the transition of merging, Boost Mobile has to go to T-Mobile because Dish is becoming the fourth carrier. Dish Wireless, or whatever they're going to call themselves, is going to be the fourth carrier. Since basically having two companies merged together, three is not allowed to compete in this country. So they wanted a fourth carrier, and Dish decided to do it. Dish decided to jump in the game. And since Sprint is no more, Boost Mobile needed to go somewhere because Virgin Mobile was killed off, and all Virgin customers were migrated over to Boost, or they could have ported their number to another prepaid carrier. Now, Boost Mobile is basically running on T-Mobile's network. And as sad as it is, some of the reps are not even trained to understand that aspect because the homie Carlos was trying to activate a Boost Mobile SIM card. And he was trying to explain to them that he's got the new SIM card for Boost Mobile, the one that allows access to T-Mobile's network. And they were just baffled. But, not really throwing them under the bus because they didn't know, what's going on with the companies. We see this thing happening where if people are complaining about Boost Mobile and how Boost Mobile is currently right now today, that Metro by T-Mobile is just swinging in and capitalizing on it and offering them to port over to Metro by T-Mobile. That's kind of jacked up because, yes, Boost Mobile has to sit on the T-Mobile plate for now. For now, until the deal with Dish and T-Mobile is agreed upon. Since there's certain things that's come up between the negotiations between T-Mobile and Dish, they've put a halt to basically taking Boost Mobile over to them. So Boost Mobile is kind of like sitting in limbo. It's like the redheaded stepchild that's sitting on the couch looking at which parent is going to take them home for them to live with them. And so because of that reason, they're just stuck on T-Mobile for right now. But the saddest thing is the fact that T-Mobile, Metro by T-Mobile, which is owned by T-Mobile, is trying to poach Boost customers over. So what exactly happens if Dish takes over Boost Mobile and they reach an agreement with T-Mobile, so they take Boost Mobile over? That means that the customers that were with Boost Mobile that were poached by Metro by T-Mobile, those are potential customers that Dish could have had that's now gone. And this is not like it's a fair game thing. Fair game is if the person themselves decides, okay, you know what, Boost ain't working out for me, I'm gonna look for a new carrier, and then they decide to look between, you know, Cricket and Metro by T-Mobile and, you know, other various MVNO prepaid companies, and then they land on the decision to say, okay, you know what, Metro is going to be it for me. That's one thing. It's another thing when the company goes on social media and says, hey, you know, we're sorry to hear you're having problems with Boost Mobile, but you know what, we'll give you this if you come over to us, you know. That's poaching, especially since people from Metro by T-Mobile are not stupid. They know that Boost is sitting on T-Mobile's network for right now until Dish takes them. So why would they need to poach it? You know, but obviously it's like taking advantage of like a wounded animal, right? Like the animal's wounded, it's already bleeding, and you know, you're the little wolf. Metro by T-Mobile is a little wolf that goes in and pounces and bites and gets the kill, and then goes and proudly says, I took down this great capture, when really the animal was wounded anyways. It had no chance. So what's the thing? You know, it's a sorry business practice. I hate to say it. I mean, business is never going to be fair. I understand that. It's never going to be 100%, you know, even level playing field. I get that. You know, but it's just kind of sad to see that happen, you know. Honestly, you know, Peter Adderton's been very vocal about wanting to take Boost Mobile back since, you know, he is the founder of Boost Mobile. He's still head of Boost Mobile Australia. So it'd be interesting to see if, you know, he was able to get it back. Like if the deal with Dish and T-Mobile doesn't work out, so Boost Mobile does not go to Dish Wireless or whatever, it'd be cool to see Peter Adderton take it back and see what he's going to do with Boost Mobile US, what he would do with it, how things would go, what, you know, how would the services become. Because he's been very vocal on Twitter. If you don't follow Peter Adderton, you should, and you'll see how vocal he is about, you know, what they're doing to Boost Mobile, and you know that the FCC should have let him get it back. Go figure. But anyways, I'm just going to say this straight out. T-Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile, shame on you guys. Shame on you guys to poach customers from Boost Mobile based on stuff that happens to deal with your network. That's the main emphasis here. So if you made it this far, hashtag T-Weenie. But it's T-Mobile's network. If Boost customers are having problems, it's T-Mobile's network. So, you know, they're poaching you to come over to basically have a near same experience. I mean, yes, there's a lot of rumors circulating that Boost Mobile is prioritized over regular T-Mobile postpaid customers. My friends are trying to get the full-on answer to that question by their, you know, rigorous testing to test Boost Mobile against T-Mobile postpaid. So if you're not following Sneed, Carlos, and Caleb and them, and Lawrence, you need to follow these guys. So I'm talking about on Twitter. Like, follow them on Twitter. Like, find Sneed on Twitter, find Carlos on Twitter, find Lawrence on Twitter, find Caleb on Twitter. Follow these guys. They are doing extensive testing to show you guys and get the answers to that question. Is the rumor true? Is Boost Mobile customers prioritized over T-Mobile postpaid? And if so, why? But if you're going to prioritize them over T-Mobile postpaid, then why are you poaching customers from Boost to jump over to Metro by T-Mobile? That's the question. So anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, smash that like button to let me know. If you just found my channel and subscribed, thank you so much for doing so. Hit the bell icon wherever it's at. That way you'll never miss an upload that I do. You'll get notified. And yeah, that is it for right now. Also, guys, shout out to Lawrence. Follow his channel here on YouTube, Chanel 808 Hawaii Life. Follow Sneed Mobile Tech. Follow Carlos at Carlos S Tech. Follow Caleb too as well. And yeah, let's get Sneed to 10,000. He's only 15 away. He might already have it by now if you're watching this. I'm not sure, but if not, and you're not subscribed to his channel, head over to Sneed's channel and give him a sub and a thumbs up, and that way we'll help him get to 10K. That's it for right now, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, aloha.